through my feed, actually. How about now? Can you hear anything now?
I know that you're not me. Because it was like, yeah, I'm glad you said that. Well, right. Because I wanted to put him down.
Test 1, 2.
Yeah. So let's just say it was. So let's right. So let's just say it was. Yeah. Great. I know that you're not me. Because it was like, yeah, I'm glad you said that. Well, right. Because I wanted to put him down.
I don't know why this always has to be different.
And with that example, does it work from like does it still work? I, you know what? Even if you were going to be sarcastic,
Okay, I think we are ready to go. I don't know. You guys have to let me know if you can hear everything.
yeah. So let's just say so let's right. So let's just say
All right.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely hearing a doubling of me. Not exactly sure why. There we go. I think we're good now. I'm just gonna give one more listen, make sure.
With that example,
All right. Always different settings. I don't get it. I don't really. I just want to be able to do this stuff nice and easily.
I, you know what?
All right, we are here, guys. Welcome in. We're playing the Stanley Parable. When I logged in, it said to enter the time, which I did. Just want to see, what do I have set as my controls? I wonder if I wonder if you can play this with, I wonder if you can play this with a Xbox controller. I don't think so. So I'm probably going to want to fix all these. Really? I'm pushing buttons and it's not. What? What? This is weird. I don't think it's gonna let me do that. That stinks. Okay. Let's just try it. Begin game. I heard this game was very funny, guys. Someone said it really matches my sense of humor, so that's cool.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee
427.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Really?
As though he had been made exactly for this job.
Cubicle.
Stanley was happy.
Was he really, though?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Place looks
Never in
miserable.
all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. I want to go real quick and shut this one window off, I think. That's supposed to be chat, but I don't, yeah. Okay, can we use the remote, or my controller? Let's see. Oh, okay, I can. Excellent, okay. I'm out of the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh man, look at that old-time phone. I remember having a phone like that growing up as a kid. That's kind of crazy. Pencil sharpener, okay. Art. 426. Oh my god, there's more offices over there. I have no idea what I'm looking for. But we're gonna walk around. This looks like it was kind of ransacked a little bit. I hate Mondays. I feel ya. Okay, more art. Cool. I like it. What is all this? And what, I wonder what kind of place
When
I work
Stanley
for.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so first thing that I'm noticing, guys, is this reminds me of the movie Stranger Than Fiction with Will Ferrell. And is it, oh, I can't remember the female actress that is in with him. But at any rate, basically, he wakes up and one day he just starts hearing someone narrating his life in his head. And no one else can hear it. And it's actually kind of funny. He said left. Okay. Surely there's someone here.
Yet
Oh, here
there
we
was
go.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
All right, let's see. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside of you. I don't think that's correct. That is great. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. That's so funny. Everyone is unique. You most of all. What do we got here? It's too dark. It's hard to see it. To do. Synchronize core value expenditures. Shift global market. Okay, why? Monetize free to play. That's funny. Okay, is this the... Am I in the video game company? Whoa. Broom closet. Oh, hey.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I don't know if I should believe you. Is there anything in here I can click on?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Well, I mean, now I want to stay here. If you're gonna keep
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He
I'm
wasn't
not
even
sitting.
doing anything.
Now I'm
At
sitting.
least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
FA, huh? Is that a staple gun? I'm looking at things. Look, we got cool wrenches. We got
Are you
duct tape.
really still in the broom closet? Standing
Yes.
around doing nothing? Why?
Yes.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm just curious what's in here. And the more you fight it, the more I want to stay. Because
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Then
I
why
never
do
would
you-
have thought to mention it.
Why do you have it here then? Fine. No. Okay.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Okay, I love his accent, and I love his comedic timing and
Stanley was
delivery.
fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He
Whoa.
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with
Whoa.
drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Wow.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
What?
You're dead.
No.
You got to this broom closet,
No.
explored it a bit, and were just about
I'm
to
moving.
leave because there's
No,
nothing
see?
here when
Moving.
a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system
No,
and you
I'm moving.
collapsed on the keyboard.
No,
Well,
I'm
in
here.
a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Okay.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
Would you
It's
shut that, see what
indicative of
happens?
the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming,
Oh, that's
so that the
hilarious.
irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right,
Oh my
when you've
God.
done that, just step out into the hallway.
I have a feeling that might be all you're going to say. But you really did. I mean, you called me fat and ugly, and I think you said I like drugs and hookers. I think you said that. I mean, it's like, how do you know? That's not cool. Fine.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
What?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Yes.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Come on, guys. He's a jerk. I kinda... Fine. We'll see what he has to say. Whoa. What is this? What? Because the boss knows what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss shows. Interesting. Extreme bathrooms and Time magazine, which just has a clock on it. Okay. I see they do put the toilet paper on the correct way. Just FYI, that is the correct way to do it. Okay, nothing in here. Can I interact with any of this? Can't wash my hands? Nothing? Okay. Dude, he's got a pretty swanky office. Oh, that's shut automatically. And now that one's shut. Oh, fine. Secretary, okay, nice. I think there's a jump button, but I don't think I have it programmed in here, so I don't know what it is.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
2845.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Behind or here? Okay. 2, 8. What if I do it wrong? Let's see.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, fine. 2, 8, 8, 8.
2845.
Ooh, he's getting testy now. Fine. 2, 4, 8, 5, 9. Yes. What are you going to say about that?
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Fine, he didn't want me stalling. Where do we go? Oh, over here. By the way, I like this office, man. Nice chairs. This is... Oh. Hello. That's, creepy. A red light, that's usually a sign of, not good things happening. Down. Okay. We're going down. This is absolutely hilarious.
Descending
already.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Let's go. What? I wonder if I can go back up. Think it will let me go back up? It does. What's he gonna say?
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Okay. I want to hear him say more stuff about me. Nah, I guess not. Well, let's go back there. I just want to see if he says anything.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Dude, condescending much? What was that? Wasn't it 2845? I want to see if I get it now. That'd be hilarious. Nothing to say about that. Okay, fine. Mysterious voice. I had no plan. I just wanted to see if it let me go back up. There.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
All the drugs and hookers, apparently, right? Here we go.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Oh, yeah, that's what I would always do.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape? I don't know which one's more appealing. I mean, I kind of want to know what this means. Well, this is our reality. We're stuck here now. Oh, a button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is kind of creepy. It reminds you a lot of Portal, you know? Here we go. Another button. Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What was my number? I don't remember my number. 247? Or 274 or 247? What? Maybe that's not even it. What was it? 227, 228, 247? Was that me right down there? Oh, I can't remember. What is this?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Technically, yeah.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Wow, yeah. How do I do that? These buttons I can push? Nope. No. Oh, wait. Big red button. How does a big red button not do anything? Come on. Let's go up here. Oh, it says 5. Mind control idle. Awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I don't know. Do I... It's already off, isn't it? Why would it... I mean, they're both... Why are they both an option? It has to be either off or on now. I guess it's idle. So that would make sense. Should we see what else we can find? See if he says anything else that's going to be a clue? Okay, I guess we're just going to push a button. Let's go ahead and let's shut this bitch down, shall we? Hero. Whoa, what's that? Where am I? Did I win? Victory!
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Yes.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. unshackled
guys.
himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Oh, yeah.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Where are we at? Can I go into that house?
Stanley felt the cool
No.
breeze upon his skin.
Can't.
The feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Okay.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
All right. Now what? I mean, never the end is never the end is never the what? Oh, 427. I'll have to try to remember that. That might be important later on. What's going on?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're playing it again? Okay, let's go play it again. Let's go to the meeting room. This way? Oh, the two doors.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Not this time, Satan.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We did this last time, didn't we?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
this
room.
is cool.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
So I think this is the same company that makes Superliminal, because they have this cold drinks machine.
Yes.
And they have,
really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I think there was a jump button, but I don't know how to jump.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Why can't I pick anything up or do anything? I want to be able to interact. Okay. I guess I can push buttons.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Is it though? Oh, there's a clipboard, or what is that? Oh, a notepad. Now, see, I like to be able to see all that stuff. And see what it is, what's written on it. You gonna say anything else, dude? What time is it? That's not the time I put on when I logged into this game. Fine.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
452, 453, the first open door on his left, huh? Or we could go straight. I'll give you this one.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh. But there's a button. I think I need to push the button. Yep. And we go down. All right. Anything worth seeing down here?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from
Yes.
here, it's, left.
Left. Okay. Wait, are there any other doors? Okay, so we gotta listen to him. Fine.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay. Are you sure?
No, not the
come
right.
on.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
Yeah,
what
you
was
idiot.
I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, sure. I got nothing better to do.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
Princess's
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, which way? I have one cat on my lap and I got Mr. Roy right here beside me, thinking about jumping up. Okay, it's through the garage. Are you sure? Why would someone leave their headlights on? That's weird. Okay, and we only have one direction to go. Oh, this doesn't look good. Oh, we're back in here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Wait,
Okay.
no, 427,
We just have to
427.
get back to
427.
Who
Oh,
am
it's
I
me
kidding?
way down there. I can't.
It's all rubbish now. The whole
What?
story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this
No.
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
Oh,
from the
fired?
top.
What's that blue one say up there? What? Really?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so... Alright, let's go that direction. I feel like I don't want to listen to...
When
This is
Stanley...
different.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
No.
Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were
I
back
didn't
in
do
that room
shit,
with all the
man. I'm
monitors?
here.
Did you
I'm just-
move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the
Yes.
story. It
Exactly.
was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Whoa.
Let's find the story.
So that's the new, our new quest is to find the story. Well, which one do we want to go in? How about let's start with the left. And that leads there. Okay, so good. I know where we are, kinda. Come on up, kitten. Come on.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it
no.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. But it's got to be
Exactly.
better than this.
No.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Wait, no. Oh. Hmm.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't think he did. Oh, hi, Roy boy. Those of you that watch my other videos, my
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. For those of you who watch my TCG Card Shop Simulator videos, you all know Roy, one of my many kittens. So he said, go back the other way. Yeah, there's no doors here. Oh. Hello? 416? Can I shut this? Cannot shut that. None of the other doors are doing that sound. I wonder if I need to... Hi, Roy. Was that here? This is the only one making that sound. I wonder why. How far does it want me to go back?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Okay. Where?
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
You're totally getting trolled here. This is kind of funny. Oh, okay. Now where are we?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
No.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Cable?
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work,
awesome.
and it really paid off. So,
Thank
good
you.
job.
Thank you. We won, Roy.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some
What do you
people
mean?
win fair and square, and this was not one of those
I put up with
situations.
you being mean to me.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, no. No, Roy. Whoa. Yellow line? You restarted us again. What do you think about that? Roy's not impressed. Okay, so it says...
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to
Stanley
make sure we
Parable
don't get lost,
Adventure
I've
Line.
employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, this door makes a noise too. Why do some of them make noise and some don't? Oh well. Okay, let's follow the line, I guess. We're on our quest to find the story. It's like the wizard. We're off to find the story of Stanley Parable. Okay.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in
Excellent.
this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
I'm going.
Though, here's a thought.
What?
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Well, what's over
Or to
here?
put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Oh, I just lost the line.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a
that's
journey
funny.
such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Yeah,
Now,
go
we can
for it.
both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now,
Okay.
if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
You
Well, I'd
think?
like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay.
Cut the music. Go
Thank
back
you.
and look at
God.
that fern.
Dang, that was loud. Fern.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Can we leave the music off, though? That was kind of loud. And whoever drew this line was drunk.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line. You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Where's my office? Oh, this leads to... Oh, this leads to the... Yeah, this room.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
I think so. Do we need to go back and see where the line goes? I mean, it goes in this door here. Can I get in this door? Oh, okay. Whoa. That's only one room right there, and yet that's supposed to be an open door. I found a problem with the game. Okay, we have two directions we can go. We can go this way, or we can go this way. Okay, we're back in our office. Can I shut the door? I just want to stay in here. Okay, so now we know where we gotta go. Follow this line. This one goes over this way. And through here. This is all new, isn't it? We're back here?
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No! Shit. Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yes.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
You have to open a different door.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. I just noticed how some people have offices like 431, 32, 33, 34, 35. They only have little cubicles, and then you have some people like 430, 429 that have full offices. Interesting. Okay, so we're going down this way. Try to get a new...
Now, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Space. Something to do with hookers and alcohol, apparently.
Oh, no, not you again.
Oh, the line.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
That's hilarious. It came from the ceiling. And, well, don't acknowledge it. I mean, we're kind of following it unintentionally. It's the only way I can go at this point. That line, okay. Now he's back up there. Interesting.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Ah, I was hoping it'd open both doors so I could just, go through the left door if I wanted to. What's this?
Oh, hold up. What's this? The
confusing
confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is?
Monitor
It's all
room.
one giant ending? And we're
First
supposed to
restart.
restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Is this everything I
It's
just
all
did?
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then
You've
what?
been playing the
Am I
confusion
just supposed to
ending
forget?
for
Well, what if I don't want to
18
forget?
minutes?
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well,
The narrator's
who
gone
consulted me?
after a long
Why
time.
don't I get to
Stanley
decide?
dies? Wait a
Why
minute.
don't
Wait.
I get a say in all of this?
Wait.
Is it really? No, it can't be.
Finds a
I don't want it to be.
bookstore.
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
Wait, find the line
I don't want to be
again.
trapped like
Begin
this.
following the
I
line.
won't restart the game. I won't do it. I
Replica
won't
option.
do
We
it.
did that.
I won't
Attempt
do
to
it.
make the story here. Okay,
And the timer
narrator restarts game.
stopped?
Wait.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
According to
whatever
this,
it
he's
is that
going
made
to
this
restart
schedule?
the game again,
How would we even know?
and there's no longer an
someone
office,
come for
simply
us?
black space.
Will something happen?
Find a
So,
bookstore?
okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So
Sure.
I hope that's where we are right now.
Well, can we
We'll
open
find
the
out,
door?
won't we? Eventually.
Well,
Well, in the meantime, if you...
he just restarted, didn't he? Yes. Okay, now there was something about I saw on that chart. Something about the office.
All
isn't
of his
real.
co-workers were gone. What could
What
it mean?
could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Okay.
simply missed a memo.
Okay, this is weird. So now there's no yellow line. Oh yeah, the doors.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I
and
know.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
I
he
wanna
wanted
go
to
back
stop
to
by the
the-
employee lounge first, just
That's
to
it.
admire it.
Yep.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room.
It is.
What a gorgeous, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
452, 453. Okay, so last time we did that because we went down the stairs. Let's not. We have so many different things we can do. What's in here? Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, so we got work kind of plans, architecture type things, engineering. And okay. We can't jump. So it looks like that elevator is the only way to go. All right, let's step on here.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
Ooh,
wrong
there's a
foot
line.
here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing
over
but
there?
you all this time.
Wait.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Who?
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her? Listen, I'm making decisions for me and Roy. Roy's actually making the
This
decisions.
is it, Stanley.
I'm just here.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who's
She's
her?
been waiting.
Who's her? Apparently I like hookers, so who's this mystery her? Okay. Wish I could drive the forklift, that'd be fun. Is this the... It said something about a dark space. Whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. to
What?
reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Well, what if I don't? That's really cool. How long will he let it ring? Usually he's berating me by now. Okay. Oh, come on. Surely you programmed lines in here for this. Fine. What's going on? 427.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on.
Oh, that's funny.
Did you actually
And
think you had a
creepy.
loving wife who'd want to
Aw.
commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
It's funny that 427 now, I first had like a little cubicle, now I actually have an office with...
This is a very sad
kitchenette?
story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Whoa, what? What? Do I have to? I don't want to. He just said the death of Stanley. I'm Stanley. Okay. Fine.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a
Yeah.
job that demands nothing of him, and
Right.
every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I get it. Yes, indeed. Oh, really? Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now
That's
he's
me.
pushing a button.
I did.
Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
had
Now
lunch.
he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Okay. Fine.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the
was
building
gone.
had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
The
The
I don't
thought
know about
excited
that.
him terribly.
I never thought about it off the face of the earth. I just
So
figured they
he
wanted
went
work.
further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Absolutely.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Are they
he began
gonna
to fill it with many
recap the
possible
whole-
paths
everything we
and
just did?
destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow
telling me
line that
everything we just
weaved in
did.
many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
A game with a baby? What's that?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing
don't
beyond
you
hope
start.
that it would never end, that he
Don't.
might always feel this free.
Don't do
Surely
it.
there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Yeah, I think so. Let's do it.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
I'm forgetting which path I took
And I'm
already.
trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, The next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Not pushing a button. Oh, wait. Is this a trick? Is he trying to prove the point that I only listen to him? Or is he going to see how long I sit here? This could be a very long video if I just sit here. Yeah, what a jerk.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I don't know how.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Okay.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm
All right.
compelled to. I
Okay.
must.
Yes.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I
All right.
tried again, and Stanley pushed a
What?
button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? Did I die? Or is it going to restart? What's it doing? Okay. Why did it say please die? I didn't die.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
What
mean?
could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. I don't know what to do at
When
this
Stanley
point.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going to get confused. We're going to listen to him for this. There we go. And see what this does. Okay,
Yet there was
that's the
not a
meeting
single
room.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Getting fired,
decided to
talk
go
less.
up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't want to go up to my boss's office.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
No.
boss's office.
Stanley walked down into the creepy red light. Ooh, what's this? Wish you could get that stuff and look at it and read it and all that. Okay, where are we?
But
AB
Stanley
11,
just
12?
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of
Yeah.
my co-workers blinking
say so.
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
1, 2,
None of it made
4.
any logical sense. And
What
as
does
Stanley
this mean?
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
Like
why
1, 2,
couldn't he
4?
see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close
Oh.
automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yeah.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
That's
he
it.
yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a
cup?
relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't
Wow,
crazy
I was
after
just
all.
sleeping. Exit.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go
Wait.
back to my boring real-life
I
job
was just
pushing
here.
buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm
Maybe
still
11, 12,
lucid.
and this is where the clocks
So,
are?
he imagined himself
Eight,
flying
1, 2,
and began
4.
to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was
Whoa.
so much fun, and Stanley marveled that
Okay.
he had still not woken up. How was he
Oh,
remaining so lucid?
Weird.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Okay.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he
How
thought.
many times do I have to
And
go
while
through
he
this
thought
thing?
it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the
1,
truth
2, 3,
was that, of
4.
course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply
How
deceiving
could it be
himself,
real?
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice
I
speak
don't know
these
about
words
that.
was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a
1, 2,
dream.
3, 4.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the
Yeah.
voice explain all that? This
Yeah.
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this
How?
was a dream.
How?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He
All right.
felt the cool weight of the
Let's do it.
blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up,
Nice.
he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me
agree.
go back to my job. Let me
No.
continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's
No.
all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
So he has a
All
wife?
I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I
Under
am
your
normal.
control. My mind under your
Everything
control.
will be fine.
I don't think so.
I am okay.
I don't know if I am okay. Ah, nice. Did that
Stanley
work?
began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me
Whoa.
I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
A woman? What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed
So,
dead on the
I
sidewalk.
was in town.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Thanks.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Yeah.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and
Oh,
by
no.
extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a
Just
moment
leave me
that she
alone?
stood there, staring down at the body.
Okay.
And then she turned and ran.
What? So I died? I'm dead?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
This is so weird. So did I die or was dying a dream?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Right.
entered the door on his left.
I guess. I think there's some things I didn't do this way. Okay, then we went through here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Do
of disbelief,
unbelievably
Stanley
amazing work
decided to go
all
up to his boss's
the
office,
time, every
hoping
day.
he might find an answer there.
Now what if I go back up to the office? But I think I saw
Coming
some
to a
things
staircase,
down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, no, we're going down again.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Oh no.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Is this gonna
He
replay
might
that
be
whole
fired
thing?
for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished?
Is
His
it gonna
boss would
do
think
the
he was
whole thing
crazy.
over again?
And then something occurred to Stanley.
What?
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment
come
for
on.
no reason at all.
We
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Yeah.
For example, why couldn't he
I think
see
I have
his
to watch
feet
this all over
when
again.
he
Okay,
looked
so
down?
that's the only chance.
Why did doors close
That's the
automatically
only choice
behind
you
him
have
wherever he
if you
went?
go down the steps. Is
And for
this.
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all
So I
too
can
strange.
tell
This
that
can't be
is
real.
the company
And
that
at
makes
last, he came to the
Superliminal,
conclusion that it had
because
been on the
this
tip
Coke
of his
machine,
tongue. He
their
just
soda's
hadn't
one's
found the
called
words for it.
mini soda.
I'm
It's just
dreaming!
A little soda.
He yelled. This is
And
all a dream.
They have these
Oh,
signs.
what a
in
relief Stanley
the,
felt to have finally found an answer,
Superliminal.
an explanation. His
Oh,
co-workers weren't actually gone.
I'm sorry
He
about
wasn't
this,
going
guys.
to
I
lose
did
his
not
job.
know I
He
could do
wasn't
this.
crazy after
I
all.
was thinking you'd
And he thought to
do
himself,
something
I
different.
suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may
Yeah.
as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself
cat, by
flying
the way, up on
and
the
began to
top of
gently
the
float
cat
above
tree.
the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical
I think it
starfield,
might be
and it
Princess.
too appeared.
Can y'all
It
see
was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all
She's
entered
laying down
Stanley's
now.
head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
Oh, why
everything
can't
that
I
I'm
skip
doing
this?
and thinking?
Can I skip this? Resume the game. Begin the game again? I don't...
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particular.
Let's hit begin the game again. I'm curious. What does that do?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
this
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I hope that didn't start everything over, did it? I don't... Surely not.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. We're gonna do this. Okay, and now we're in here.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Right.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Oh, and it won't let me change. I can't go back out that door, can I? No. So is this going to be different, or does it think I haven't played this game at all yet?
Stepping into his manager's office,
Yes.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of
Nice.
anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
What? Oh my god, okay. That's funny. That is kind of relaxing, not gonna lie.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
I do.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, now what? Oh, I have choices I can make here, right? I've got to go down. Or maybe there's a different choice I can make once I get down here. Well, yeah, because I can actually turn the mind control machines on. I remember that now. Whoa. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
Oh.
Facility.
No. I like this one.
Although this passageway had the word
Escape.
escape written on it, The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I already died once. Is he just messing with me? I think he might just be messing with me. I'm not too sure, guys. I'm a little worried. It's a long hall.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I noticed it didn't shut. Okay, if I'm gonna die,
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Well, I don't know willingly. Okay. This reminds me of Superliminal a lot, with that whole... a lot of falling and a lot of weird... Ow. Where am I?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
No.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Aw, this is bull. Duck. Did that kill me?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
No. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
No.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, man. No. Find something. What can I push? What can I do? This is all the further I can go. That's it. That's where I can go. I can see... Oh. What is that? Yes. Go. Go forward. We can do it. Oh, yes. Escape.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? Office layout. So there's my office. And this is the room where I take the left or right door. Oh, that's crazy. The two doors. Wow, that is so interesting. Okay, what else can we see here? What is this place? Buttons. Button sounds. Selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synchronized tone. Okay, is this like a museum of the game? Is that what we're looking at? Original artwork. These are the credits. Oh, Kevin Brighting as the narrator. Okay. Computers. Oh, that's so funny. I'm surprised one of these isn't playing, what's that, Free Cell? Is that the name of it? Okay, so over here we have the offices, the boss's office. Why does it look like 3 different things? Can we get lost here?
Stanley pushed the big red button.
Wow, underground. I don't want to... The lounge. I don't want to push anything yet. I don't want to go down there. That looks like that might be something... let's walk up here. And just see what else we can find. The freedom ending. Did we have the freedom ending? Countdown desk. One of the desks from early version. Oh, there's a big button. Monitor room elevator.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How
Wait.
they wish to control one another.
No, I want to still
How
look
they
around.
both wish to be free.
I still want to look around. Don't make me stop yet. I feel like there's something I missed. Hey, there's me, 427. Wait, that's me. Wait, that's me. Were these the... Wow. So these are real things that the computer, the people that made this game, that's what they really had to start with? And different ideas they had? What is this? Let's see. Narrator emails. I won't be able to read that because I'm blind. So I'll let you guys look at a couple. One more. Okay. Dear narrator. Interesting. We got more artwork here. Ultra Deluxe. Okay. What is this? A war zone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. Sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Okay, that's crazy. Interesting. So this is all stuff you can learn about the game. The office. There's a plant. Okay. Okay, so now we're back out here. Where was the... I think there was nothing else up here, was there? No. Okay, where was that button we were going to push where we walked down and we heard the woman laugh? I feel like that was over this way. And then... over here?
Trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Great.
What is this?
Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story. Oh, for crying... Is this that other building? When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever. Stanley pushed the orange lever. The river.
Okay, that's kind of fun. Is that not where I thought we had to go? Now I'm confused. Where was that? Now we're back up here. I don't think I can push that button, can I? No, we can't push that. But can we go this way, or did we? No, we did not go this way. Zending. Early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Wow. Zending model. Zending levers. Oh, can I? I wonder if that's the orange lever we just heard the outtake of. Trailers. These are the trailers, okay. What's this say here? We go. The game is now paused. Options. Oh, this was an escape menu. We had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Huh. Okay. A meeting, that's from the meeting room, alright. Oh. Interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. First choice, first choice. Wait, vent? What about this? What vent? Maintenance layout. Okay, we're gonna have to go through this some more. Hey, there's a phone. Why is that counting down? Is it gonna restart me? Oh, no. Okay. The cargo lift. Interesting. Alright. Those are the emails. Alright. An early version of the lounge. Much. Okay, I'm kind of stuck though. Where do we go from here? I saw something. I heard someone say something about pushing a red button, but I don't know where that was. Dang it. We went up there. We went over here. This is the outtakes.
It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Finally, he pushed the number 9.
He pushed the number 9. Is that a clue? Ooh, there were buttons somewhere. Where did we see buttons? Is that in the main room here? There's buttons with sounds. Oh, right over there. Oh, it doesn't go to 9, does it? No, it goes to 5. We pushed all those. Okay, guys, I am lost. How do we get out of here? We're just wandering around aimlessly. We're back in here, but we can't. Oh, here we go. Slowly getting closer. On, off. I mean, that's the only thing I can
Can
do.
you see? Can
No.
you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Escape? Really? No, I don't want to quit, do I? Maybe I do. Maybe it's a good time to end this. Let's see what happens. And there you go. Okay. Well, I mean, it told us to do it, so I'm anxious to see when we begin the game next time if it remembers all that and what it does. I have no idea. That's kind of cool. Alright guys, well, I want to thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to Shmoo Gaming and become a member of the Shmoo Crew. And check out the other videos. We have, I'm playing 365 days in a row on TCG Card Shop Simulator with the Pokemon mod. And I play 7 Days to Die, a zombie survival game, which is really cool. And I do a GeoGuessr challenge twice a week against the Chaos Queen. And we also actually, US GeoGuessr Professor is another guy who, if you check out his channel, he plays our maps that we play. And super cool dude if you're into GeoGuessr. And yeah, I have some old throwback Thursdays from the Nintendo years on the channel, and there's some other, I'm trying to think what I've played baseball, I've played Portal, I've played all kinds of cool games, Superliminal, and now this one. And we'll come back maybe next week and do part 2 of this and see what happens. I'm kind of anxious to check it out. So thank you guys again so much for watching my live feed, and until next time, much love.